Hi everyone, another episode for VivaTech 2021, and I'm here at the 3D Experience Lab from Dassault Systèmes with Frederic Vacher. Hi.
Hi Marion, how are you?
Hi again. You're head of innovation here at Dassault Systèmes headquarters. Let's jump to another trend, a big trend that is smart cities, mobility, and of course energy. What about these kind of challenges for Dassault Systèmes at large?
At large, you know, from 40 years, we help those industrials to virtualize their project. Mm-hmm. So in the energy sector, for instance, it goes from wind farms, for instance, you know, those players are actively reusing composite materials. So it's, you know, in fact, technology coming from aerospace, up to any plants, you know, nuclear plants and obviously, I guess you heard about the ITER project.
Sure.
For the nuclear fusion, which is down in it's a multinational project, a very big one. We are behind this project.
And let's see about the trends, and especially in energy sector. What about the trends that you can comment?
Obviously, solar is of course very important. Hydrogen is popping up with energy for new mobilities.
Let's talk about Dracula technology incubated here at the lab.
That's true. We have, since 4 years, accelerating a French startup called Dracula Technology. Their objective is to print photovoltaic cells on anything. And as you know, and they are very focused for producing energy inside a building for IoTs. IoTs is a new generation of product in a way. They all consume a lot of electricity through batteries, and their challenge is to replace those batteries by their concept that could be printed at the end of the day on the packaging of the product.
So lucky you, we have the CEO, Jerome Vernet, from Dracula Technology online with us. Can you hear us, Jerome?
Yes, I hear you well.
Hi, Jerome, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. Thanks to see you again.
So you have the exercise to pitch Dracula Technology in a few minutes, please.
Few minutes sounds good. Let's go. So at Dracula Technology, we developed a unique way to produce photovoltaic modules by inkjet printing, as Frederic said. And the main target of that technology is to replace battery in a medium-long term, as we're able to collect surrounding light, and I'm not speaking about the sun, but the light, for indoor use. That means we'll be able to produce let's say in the building, the energy that could be used to power some IoTs sensors, such as temperature, humidity, or some actuators. And the idea with that technology is that we don't have to transport the energy for long distance. We generate locally the energy that we use locally. This is a typical module designed and produced by Dracula Technology. It's a printed technology, very thin, with the advantage to work with indoor light, meaning natural, artificial light, indirect and direct light, but also with very low luminosity. That means even very close to the dark, with the low luminosity available as a kind of an exit sign, it's good enough to generate enough energy to be stored to power any kind of, again, IoT sensor and for the communication between the different products. And the main interest of that technology, we can make custom shape design. It will be directly designed, the only necessary requested for the application. It's green because we have no rare earths, only carbon-based materials, no toxic materials, no such as, let's say, toxic either. And again, we print on a PET, very thin, flexible, so we can imagine to wrap the product and our technology around the product we need to power. And with the free shape design we are offering, we can imagine tomorrow your logo becoming your own power source. So 3D Experience Lab logo could become the power for small IoTs in their building, as for an example.
That's huge.
Yeah, that's really amazing, Jerome. Congratulations for this technology. Very convinced. Talking about Internet of Things, because it is exactly your focus, sensors. One of the key pillars of the IoT is, of course, the battery consumption. It is a big challenge to connect billions of devices for many use cases. Is that exactly what Dracula Technology is about? You're focusing on this challenge of low power consumption for batteries?
Yes, that's correct, because would say 4 years we are expecting a boom in IoT's market for billions and billions of new products coming on the market. But the main issue so far will be related to maintenance, and we are not considering only consumer market where you can replace the battery on your remote control and some devices you have in your house. But now, if you are considering smart building, but also industrial IoTs where you have to replace the battery and do the maintenance on this product, the TCO is becoming very huge. TCO in terms of the inner cost of the product to change the battery, because someone has to do this and to be paid to change the batteries, but also in terms of sustainability, because main part of this battery are thrown away with still a lot of energy inside. So that's why working with the technology of energy harvesting, generally speaking, and the photovoltaic and what we are offering at Dracula is one of the answer of the photovoltaic and of the harvesting market. It's one of the, as you mentioned, yes, one of the pillar of the boom and the coming development of that technology. Because we speak about beacon and the products are supposed to be more and more, let's say, compact and to impact the minimum, also the environment. And that's why having very small, teeny product, flexible and design customized to be able to fit on any kind of product, also with, I would say, a good environmental specification, make this a true alternative for the future of batteries. And just for your information, every year over 15 billions of batteries are thrown away in the nature. So that's huge.
That's a mess.
That's really a mess, and you really see the connection with Dassault Systèmes, because most of the IoTs, the products are designed by industrials with our solutions, SolidWorks or CATIA. And what we want to do with Dracula technology is to integrate within the design intent the energy and the technology of Dracula within the packaging design of the IoT, of the product, for instance. So there is a close relationship.
One last question for you, Jerome. Who are your customers?
So far, customers are mostly large companies involved in the deployment of this kind of Internet of Things products, but more and more also large consumer companies are also considering energy harvesting as being a real and true alternative for the future. As for example, beginning of the year, just prior CES 2021, where we've been awarded, thanks to 3D Experience Labs with the design, the supporters for the product. There, Samsung presented for the first time ever a remote control, TV remote control with PV on it. It was not all technology at that time, unfortunately, but the fact that large companies for consumer market already consider energy harvesting as the true solution for the future is a very good trend. But so far, we are mostly focusing on, let's say, semiconductors company, because they are preparing the future of the Internet of Things by manufacturing the lowest, let's say, consumption and the lowest, smallest product to be integrated for the new electronics.
Thank you so much, Jerome Vernet, and once again, congratulations. That's a great, amazing energy harvesting innovation. Really, thank you.
Good for the planet.
And good for the planet, of course.
So thank you, Jerome.
Thanks for your support, and talk to you soon.
Frederic, we talk about energy at large, renewable energy. We have been talked about plastic, but solar energy is something that you especially focus in.
It's a focus since some time now, especially for transportation. As you know, we have a lot of clients in the aerospace industry, from Boeing, Airbus, and all the big guys. And more recently, with the Solar Impulse, with Bertrand Piccard, we've helped them to do this world tour with a solar plane. And it's definitely an option for mobility. And from plane now, we are working on drones. As you know, the constraint in the solar plane was, in fact, the pilot, because the pilot needs to eat, needs to go to toilets, and obviously an autonomous drone is on the sky forever.
Sure. One of the projects incubated here at 3D Experience Lab is XSun, with Benjamin David. Very interesting. We can see just there the drone, and we are very pleased to have Benjamin with us for this short interview. Hi, Benjamin.
Hi.
Hello, hi everybody. Hi.
You're based in Guérande, just in front of La Baule and Nantes, in the west of France.
Exactly. So yes, so thank you. So yes, I'm Benjamin David. I'm the CEO and founder of XSun. And yeah, the idea of XSun is to work on two important things, symbolized by the X and the Sun, which is X for innovation and disruptive way of thinking, and Sun for renewable energy. And the idea really is to say that when we work on these two concepts together, we can create new things. We can have a better way of thinking, more sustainable solutions also. And so the first model that we create based on this thinking, it's a solar UAV, which is using the energy around us, which is an unlimited source of clean energy, which is basically solar energy, the sun. And so we are using this energy to move our machine and to create to work on with this machine on especially on survey and monitoring of for different applications.
Can we just enter in details with that kind of application? Which use cases?
Yeah, so this first machine, I mean, this machine is made for aerial monitoring, and basically it's working in the world of Earth observations. So this machine has an amazing endurance. We can fly up to 12 hours, and so we can cover up to 600 kilometers in one day. So it's missions which are what we call beyond visual line of sight. You can go very far away. And really, this machine is made for infrastructure monitoring. So long linear, like pipeline, power lines, also roads and rivers, everything where also you will need very high resolution. So we are talking about centimetric level resolution. Also, another type of application, it's for natural reserve and environmental protections. Being able to have a machine which can fly the complete day on a silent mode, because it's fully electric, so it's silent. It doesn't disturb the environment. So it's perfect for anything about environmental protection also. And we've got also, as you can imagine, also military applications behind that.
Frederic talked about the solar impulse. Is that an inspiration for you? Is that a direct inspiration?
But yeah, I mean, of course, I mean, Bertrand Piccard has opened the door. I mean, he's made something that a few said it was impossible to do, which is flying with the sun. And I must say that, of course, we've got a solar machine, we've got a solar flying machine. We also think that using this unlimited source of clean energy is not stupid. And but what we've done is that we've changed a bit the design. As you can see, we've got these four wings, which is a unique patented aerodynamic design. And thanks to the help of the 3D Experience Lab, we've been able to quickly arrive to a working solution. And so, yes, I would say that it's we are in the same way of thinking of Bertrand Piccard. Many of the speeches he had, we completely endorse this way of thinking about efficiency, about clean energy. And we've met I've met André Boschberg already in Switzerland, and it's a similar world. It's a smaller machine. We do not transport human. We just transport most of the time cameras or high definition cameras. But it's another application. Also, the complexity, it's having a system which is highly stable, but this is possible thanks to this design, and also which is highly reliable. It's a full commercial product also. So that's a bit of a difference compared to the project of Bertrand Piccard. And it's remotely controlled. So that's adding a lot of complexity also.
Benjamin, XSun is embedded two technologies: the drone surveillance itself, and of course the solar energy to get that clean energy. What were the most difficult for you in terms of development?
Yeah, I would say every part of creating a company is complicated. But for sure, that one of the biggest part that we've done so far, which is achieving a system which is fully working now. We've done more than 300 flights. Now we are running out missions in the real world in France and Germany. and so the system is fully operational yet now. And I would say having a fully working system was, of course, one of the most complex part. Now it's possible. One point maybe is that what can be seen as a drone is maybe more to see it as a small solar airplane, remotely controlled with a pilot on the ground. But we are more in the pure aerospace than maybe drone industry.
So if we look at the design, here we have the virtual twin of the drone.
Yeah.
As Benjamin is saying, it's more a plane because it's almost 5 meters wide. Obviously, to have the maximum space dedicated to the solar panels. And behind this drone, you can load up to 10 kilograms of sensors on camera, right?
Yeah, a bit less, but in fact, it's more 6.
It's more 6, but perfect to operate and do some surveillance.
So you can collect any data, maybe like sensors could collect data, photo pics, etc. That kind of data.
Yeah. So very high resolution imaging for any markets, for high definition maps, for cartography, mapping, monitoring. As I said, infrastructure monitoring, recurrent monitoring. And also surveillance for different type of applications, maybe more related to governmental applications. Yeah.
One of the challenge was about aerodynamic simulations.
Yes, I mean it's a multidisciplinary project, including aerodynamics, structural design, energy, command and control, flight control, and propulsion. And one of them was aerodynamics, of course, because it's a new configurations, which is not it's 4 wings, which has been, let's say, abandoned by aviation history over the last 100 years, and so it's not properly known. And so we did a lot of simulations, of course, in terms of aerodynamics to make sure that the system has a natural stability, which it does have now, and we've seen it on very high. Windy turbulence, it's very, very stable. It's very, very stable. And I mean, thanks to the support of Dassault Systèmes, this very tricky point has been solved.
So last question, Benjamin, CEO of XSun. If we just see the future, how many XSun airplanes tomorrow in the sky?
Yeah, I hope thousands. And one thing is that you can they are small relatively to maybe aircraft, or so if they can fly high, they are silent, you won't see them. So you will still see beautiful sky.
Fortunately.
No visual pollution.
That's magic. Thank you so much. Thank you, Benjamin, for this for your time.
Benjamin.
Thank you,
Sky is the limit. Frederic, as a wrap up, to conclude, well, that's great to have all these solutions dedicated to the protection of the planet, which is the subject.
That's true that we see with this session dedicated on smart city, but most importantly on mobility, on energy, that energy and the planet are very linked in terms of natural resource, in terms of impact, pollution. And we at Dassault Systèmes aims to empower sustainable innovators to better protect the planet, which is a big issue for us in all sectors.
So you can visit the lab, the 3D Experience Lab, online on the website. You have all the projects incubated here, not only in Paris, but around the world. That's great. That's very amazing. See you soon. Stay tuned. Bye. Thank you.